Yo, what up, gang? I'm the Perpetrator, better known as TPT Concepts. Today is November 19th, 2025. The time is now 7:33 a.m. And today we will be trading some Forex and ETFs. All right. Well, first, let's start out trading some Forex. We have the New York open in about less than 30 minutes. But before we get into these fundamentals and technicals, gang, we got to get a word from Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Today's word comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7, and it reads, For we live by believing and not by seeing. I'm gonna read it one more time, gang. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. For we live by believing and not by seeing. Okay, gang? So personally, when you know that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, you have to know that faith is the only way through. Okay. I'm working on faith and humility. All right. Those two things I'm working on the most right now, especially when it comes to this trading. All right. Again, full disclosure, you guys know I've been doing this for a little bit over 2 years now. I created this channel for novice traders. All right. To join my journey. You feel me? Join it. Or you feel me? Just watch the mistakes that I make and don't make them. Okay. But yeah, again, that's 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7, gang. Faith is believing in something that you cannot see with your eyes. Okay. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Okay, guy. When you first come to your trading desk or computer or whatever, I would suggest you go to forexfactory.com, see if you have any news that day. You see here at 2 o'clock, we have FOMC meeting. And to be honest, I might catch some of that volatility later if I don't find anything by like 12 o'clock. All right, gang, let's see what UJ doing. I'm trading UJ and AU today, which is USD JPY and Australian dollar US dollar. And I might look at a couple other pairs depending on the price action. Okay, gang, it's 7:35 a.m. Let's hop into this top down analysis. If you are new to the channel, this is what a top down analysis is. All right, and I would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. Thanks for all the support, gang. If you're not new, come on, gang, you know what time it is. Let's do it. So we are currently bullish on UJ, right? We're making higher lows and higher highs. All right. Price broke through this resistance. Now it's pushing up. Let's go down to a lower time frame to see if we have any price action. Okay. All right. Well, the nearest resistance on a 3 hour is all the way down here. So price could be pulling back. Let's see here. And we had to scroll to the left. Wow. Nothing but chop all in this area. All right. So to be honest, a buy honestly don't look good until above here. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. All right, the 1 hour, we got a resistance here, and it look like we just created a resistance here. All right, scroll to the left. We have a resistance here as well. Okay. So yeah, I really may not be interested in the buys today on UJ, seeing as though we're trading near all this resistance. Okay. And on a 30 minute, we got a support here with a lot of clean traffic coming down. But I definitely need a range too, which is pretty much just a break and retest. All right. Yeah, gang. I may not have any buys in mind today. Let's see. Here on UJ. And you have to scroll to the left, gang. I know it couldn't be tedious, but it's worth it. All right. So if you see here, you get a closure above here, you get a push up to these levels. Measure out this range. They're about 30 pips. So if price break out above here, that may not be too bad. Let's see. What you see here, watch for the fake out. but usually it pushes up, support, push up, breakout, push up. Okay. Let me see. Nice advantage point area. All right. Oh, this right here was a nice buy of support to come up to retest this resistance. All right, so this is what I have here on UJ. We get a breakout. I may take buys coming up. I showed you guys that clean traffic to the left. And I need range two sales coming down. All right. Okay, gang. So this is what I have here today on UJ. More than likely, I probably won't be taking a trade on this. We have been pushing up heavily since London. See here. Yep. We got a nice push. You see here, they squeeze these sellers right here. Squeeze them. Boom. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna just be patient here today and just simply wait on price action, gang. Shit. Well, yeah, price have been moving up a lot, gang. So I may need a support made on top of that resistance. But we'll just wait and see how these candles close. Let's get down to AU. Let's go to AU. Start on a daily time frame. And again, if you're new to the channel, this is all I'm doing, just marking up key support and resistance level. All right. Waiting for the cleanest ranges to trade in, and I will explain that. I'm currently bearish on AU. All right, I start on the daily time frame. I am bearish. We're trading beneath the 9 period EMA on the daily time frame. Let's go down to the 3 hour. Okay, the 3 hour, we did just create a support. Sellers tried to step into the market, but was unable to close below the support. So now, let's see here. We have a support here and a resistance here. So let's go down to the 1 hour because we also have, you see, price close below here. It pushes down. And you see price stayed trading above the support level because when you get a closure below, you see we get a push down. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay. 1 hour, we got a resistance here. And you see this level, you get a push up 2 out of 3 times. All right. And then trading, we go up a probability, and that's 66%. All right. So let's see, you got support here and a support here. That look like a range two breakout to me on a bearish day. Let's go down to the 30-minute guy. Absolutely. Boom. 15. All right. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Probably wait to take buys above here. Yeah, I don't want to trade in this level. Shoot. All right, we got about a minute for this 15-minute counter to close. You see, we came up to the support. We retesting the support level, and you see that buying kind of got weak. All right, so as far as sales, gang, I'll be honest. We have clean candles right here coming down to pull back because I am bearish. All right, so let's see. I believe if this 15-minute candle close bullish in less than 30 seconds, then it could potentially come squeeze these sellers who went short on this first red candle. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's what I got here. Oh, yeah, it's definitely clean traffic coming up. You see, gang? Yeah. Yeah, it won't surprise me if price come up here and fill this clean traffic, squeezing these sellers, but gotta be patient. Gotta be patient here, gang. Yes, sir. All right, so this is what I have here on AU. You see prices made to support on the 15. And again, if you just took this long position on AU, it's not a bad trade. But I personally have to wait for a little more price action. And gang, tap in with me when it comes to this trading view, gang. Have your trading view been tweaking? Not letting you draw your tools and stuff correctly? Okay, so this is what I have here. Don't get me wrong, gang. It wouldn't be a bad trade coming up to this resistance here. Not at all. But it is Wednesday, so a 15-minute candle closed above with little to no top width. So yeah. Okay, gang, and that's pretty much the top down analysis. Time is now 7:47 a.m. We got the NY open in about what 12 minutes. And that's what I have here on AU. All right. These sellers could potentially be getting squeezed. All right. Make sure you guys know this is a range two breakout. All right, got a range here. Clean traffic to the left, breakout on a bearish day. All right, I'll take that long. And again, gang, we're not guessing. We just go off of what price has done in the past. All right, one, one, two, three times. Okay. And again, with this clean traffic here to the left, what price did here in the past, make a support and push up to test it. That's not a bad trade either. Okay. And again, gang, I'm not surprised they're trying to squeeze these sellers right here. And you see all this consolidation, they chop them up, squeezing them. All right. Okay. 30-minute candle closing about 10 minutes. Price made a resistance. Let's see here. Let's just be patient here. Wait on price action. And again, gang, we're looking at some ETLs, but that the market doesn't open till 9:30. So be patient on that. Okay. But yeah, probably won't trade in this zone today. Leave it alone. Same here with UJ. And again, typically after like a push up like this, you will get some sideways price action, sort of like this. And I didn't even have to see this price action to the left to know why this occurred. All right. But yeah, gang, it's all good. It is all good. And if you are in this long again on AU, great trade. Seriously, great trade. Mhm. Okay, 9 minutes. We got about a little less than 9 minutes for these candles to close. 7 minutes. All right, look like price found a resistance and kind of having some trouble up there. See, let's go look at a few more pairs. Uh, while this do what I do, let's look at Australian dollar, Japanese yen, and we can look at not uh, yeah, the euro pound. Go to the daily. Okay, we're pushing up here as well. All right, so we're getting pretty much the same price action here. Let's see here on all right here on EG. Start on the daily. We're kind of just moving sideways, but I guess you can say we here was daily candle close bearish doji above the 9p EMA. So I'll be bullish on this pair. Let's see. So you go down to the 3 hour. This current 3 hour candle does not have a bottom wick. uh, And it's kind of rejecting this resistance level. Let's see. 5 minutes to this 1 hour candle close. Oh, yeah, this price action nasty and woo wee. Same here. Might just have to be patient. Again, it is Wednesday. Yeah, gang. I'll be patient here. Okay, UJ, we got less than 5 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. AU, again, a slight pullback. Then again, gang, I am bearish on AU. All right, time is now 7:55. And gang, if this candle goes bearish, I'm sure a lot of retail traders are going to enter short positions. The market may try to squeeze them, sort of like what happened here and here and here. You see the squeeze? Squeezing sellers out of their positions, man. But on days like this, I may have to come back and trade London or Asian or London um for price to come find some balance, or it may just continue to push up. But yeah, again, closure below here on AEU, I'm gonna be honest. You may be looking for some short positions. We got these clean candles coming down here. The vantage point where these wicks. All right, full TP to support level right here. Okay. And thank you guys again for all the support. I do greatly appreciate it. All right, you see why was my no trade zone, even though we had clean candles. All right. We got less than 3 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. Wow. You see, we have been pushing up here on the 3 hour. So it's time for a pullback. Well, you know what? I don't know that. The market will let us know because this 1 hour candle's about to close strong bullish. It's 30-minute. Look like it's trying to close above that resistance. All right, so we'll let UJ kind of do what it do. AU, we're moving sideways, so you're not a model game. Let's just be patient and wait on price action. Let's see. I wonder if there's any clean traffic on GU. Okay, GU, bearish. Go down to the 3 hour. Okay, the 3 hour, we are rejecting this support level. Go to the 1 hour. 1 hour, we made a support right here. All right, 30 minute, we have a resistance. All right, so yeah, again, pretty much just, it look like it's chopping people up to me on this Wednesday when we have FOMC at 2 o'clock. Huh. Yeah, I'm just be patient here. Shoot. All right. We have an alert that went off. We got a closure below here on AU. Okay. The price just, started to just shoot straight down. We'll wait for a pullback. Okay, again, what price is doing is no surprise to us because that's kind of what we expected. The price was to trade back inside of this range, but we really don't have a top wick on this 15-minute candle. It closed below and just started pushing down. So I didn't really have an entry. So I'll let price run. And it could be, what I mean, faking people out to continue pushing up. All right. But yeah, for now, I'll let it continue to push and then let's see if it gives us a resistance. Any resistance made under this support level, I will take sales coming down. Okay, UJ. We got a bearish candle close. Current candle has broken the previous candle lows. Clean traffic coming down to the left. See what price want to do. It's 30 minute look like it did close above. Huh. 3 hour left a minor wick fill. Okay. Yeah, gang, it's best to just be patient, gang. Just wait on price action. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you guys again for all the support. Let's just be patient, gang. Yeah, again, this price action today, it's not really looking the best. Yeah, we getting a little push down here on UJ. This was just a 14 pip range though, so I'll let that alone. But no, I can't just take closure if price close below here. I had to wait for resistance to be made underneath this support due to the fact that I am bullish on UJ today. See, price wick down. Let's see here again. All right, then let's just be patient here. But that's really all we can do. All right. Again, we have, I told you guys what I'm waiting for here on UJ. We do got clean candles coming down, but I just need a resistance, like price to come down, make a support, come up, make a resistance. I'll take my sales up here for price to continue to push down. But other than that, don't get trapped and then price squeezes. All right. And you see why I couldn't just hop into a short on AU. Price came down with these orders. Now it's kind of pulling back. To be honest, gang, closures back above this level, you may retest this resistance, which is ultimately stopping out these sellers right here. And we get a closure above this resistance, you see here. I'm gonna enter some buys. All right. And I already explained to you guys why. Because you got one, two, three. All right. And at this level here, it was a lot of faking out. You know what I mean? Chop. So yeah, gang, be patient today. All right. Less than 4 minutes for this 15-minute counter to close. All right. Okay, gang, the time is now 8:11. You see New York, we the sellers came into the market right here, and we're gonna push down. Mm. Okay, gang, I know traders have sell stops below the support, so they're activated as well. And again, I'm not opposed to sales below the support. I just will not take the breakout. All right, because I've been faked out too many times. 17 minutes for this 30-minute counter to close. Be patient. And again, you see price pulling back here. Less than 3 minutes for this 15-minute counter to close. 30 minutes to have 17 minutes. All right, really don't want to trade in this area here because of the chop, but it's clean coming up here. All right. And these were the sales I was talking about here. You see price tap this support. Okay. Let's be patient, gang. Just wait on price action. Okay, gang, on the 15-minute, we did get a closure below, but you see this candle had no top wick. So, okay, 15-minute, we got a closure below as well. See what price want to do. All right. Got some buyers taking some profit. I'm looking on 8:16 a.m. Let's be patient here. All right, this bottom wick may have retested the support to continue pushing up. All right. And here on UJ, sellers have stepped into the market. Got a closure below the support. All right, let's see what price want to do. I need for buyers to try to step into the market below this level and fail to close above. You know what I mean? Like a candle probably come here. All right. Then I need a bearish candle. I'll take my sales coming down. I know for a fact plenty of retail traders have sell stops all under here. They're all getting activated. Okay. But I will be patient here. Same here with AU. Even if I do feel like they'll squeeze these sellers, I still won't enter the trade until I get a closure above the clean candles. Yeah, Wednesday price action, not just Wednesday game, every single day game, you we had to be disciplined and patient. Yeah, this move happened in London. Asian pretty much chopped up. Yeah. Close, you see how price closed below the support, faked, faked them out, then squeezed them. Okay. 10 minutes, a little over 10 minutes, but it's 30-minute counter to close. All right. Same here with this 15. So let's be patient, gang, and just wait on price action.
Money on the ignite. So that's why I get off of those after.
Okay, Grant. Okay, can we have our closure? I don't know. Again, we would prefer price to come, like a support, give us a resistance. Boom. But if they just keep pushing down, that's cool too. Uh-oh. See that again? I want to say maybe closure above here, but a buys to come with a retest this resistance. And I was looking at these cells. Hey, that's pretty. pretty choppy up in here, so we had to scratch those today. And as a trader, you got to know what market conditions your edge work in. And right now, price is kind of just moving sideways. Granted, we do have clean traffic here to the left. All right. You see price closing this range, make a support. I'm not sure if they're grabbing liquidity to continue to push up or what, but it's not my job. My job is just to wait and be patient. Yeah, I'm good on this range here because there's a lot of sideways price action. I don't want to trade under this resistance, but I get a breakout. I may take these trade coming up. You got 6 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. Okay. UJ, we did close below the support. All right. I'm sure people had sell stops below here. Less than 6 minutes for this 15-minute counter to close. Let's see here. All right, prices started to trade back inside the range. Again, this is why we're patient here. Let's wait for these candles to close. All right. And again, gang, even if price do what I think it will do, which is push down, this I don't want to be involved in all this chop. All right, especially not on this Wednesday. So I'll let price do what it's gonna do. All right, the time is now 8:26, 8:26 a.m. All right, 30-minute candle trying to pull back inside the range. All right. And again, close your back inside. Still no trade. Yeah, again, this range is just too choppy for me to trade in. Yeah. But I do see price potentially filling this wick and maybe filling this range, but I'll let it go. All right, here on UJ. Here on the 5 minute. Yeah, person pulls back inside the range. Now we're pushing up these clean candles here to the left. But yeah, let's be patient. Less than 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. Again, gang, the zones that I stay out of, you see why. All right, you have sellers here, buyers here. So I'll just wait for price to, kind of make a decision. Either break out above here or give me a range to below here. And as far as AU, all right, these look like sales coming down. Could potentially fit as wick. But again, I wasn't too fond of this range today. All right, always tomorrow. I think we have news tomorrow as well. Let's see here at 8:30. So yeah, we got news at 8:30 and 10 o'clock. So it should be some volatility tomorrow. Okay. Again, right now, UJ is ranging. And we know why game because of all of this. Okay. Let's see if they try to squeeze some sellers though. That's what it's looking like. Price kind of fake down below, grabs for liquidity below here. Oh wow. Hmm. All right, you see this 1 hour candle kind of broke these lows, and again, my buys are breaking this 1 hour candle to see if we want to keep pushing up. Okay, the time is now 8:30 a.m. gang. Let's be patient. Okay, gang, for everybody that just hopped into a long position here on UJ. Yeah, you did get a support made, but this candle has no top wick and it's trading inside of this range. So just be careful. All right. Again, still no shorts for me until I legit get a resistance made below. All right, just support level. Other than that, I'll just watch price range to around maybe 10:30, 11 potentially for Forex, and then in about an hour or so, we'll head over to some ETFs, see what SPY and IWM look like. Okay, but until then, game, let's just be patient. But on price action. Okay, gang. Okay, okay, okay. You see how this candle has shot up and gave this candle a top wick. So let's see what price gonna do now. Still got a good while for these candles to close, but yeah, we may chop up. All right, for New York, might get ready for Asian. All right, and you see AU coming down, doing what we expected. Okay, filling this wick. I may come down to hit our advantage point as well, and potentially hit to take profit. But yeah, gang, I didn't feel comfortable taking those sales. So yeah. All right, let's see what price does though. Same here with UJ. All right. Again, that's all we can do as traders. Yeah, and come here, do our top down analysis, and just wait on price action, guy. All right. All you can do is look left to get right. That's what I'm doing now. Scrolling to the left, scrolling to the left, scrolling, scrolling. Let's see clean candles coming up right in here. All right. So watch out for the fake out, of course. All right. What you see here, again, when you get price to close above, you get a push up, support, push up, support, push up. So let's just see what price want to do, guy. Sellers tried to step in here, here, and here. Failed to close below this 30-minute support. We actually rejected it. All right. Still haven't closed below this level here. All right, so gotta be patient. Time is now 8:37. Um, and if you took these shorts on AU, great trade, great trade, great trade. See if it come down, hit that advantage point. Yeah, again, I'm glad we're watching this play out. All right. Could be trying to come fill this previous 3 hour candle wick, bottom wick, you see? But again, the previous 3 hour candle was bullish. We had a support. I didn't really feel comfortable taking those sells down there. But you see here, as far as the candles, we are making lower highs and lower lows. So price came to fill this wick. Let's see if it retests its support and continue to push down. And we were bearish on AU, so this is no surprise. All right. As far as you, as far as you, Jay, we are still trading inside of the no trade zone. This may potentially just, you see what I mean, guy? This counter did not have a top wick, so meaning that it did not give the current candle any range to drive in. 85% of candles have top and bottom wicks. You can definitely go do the research by, pretty much just looking at the candles on the chart. I mean, yeah, we got less about 3 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. Yeah, price really not doing too much anything right now. Time is now 8:42. Maybe we get a move at 9:30. Maybe we get price to close back below here. I may think about taking sales below. But yeah, you don't want to get caught in the squeeze trying to short the top. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, be patient with our price action. I forgot my mic was on mute. What I was saying here on AU was I didn't feel comfortable taking a trade in this choppy range. And as you see here, price is already pulling back to this level. So, but as far as UJ, I was saying, would you look at here? This previous candle gave this candle here a top wick. You see? Let me zoom in. You see what I'm saying, gang? Wow. Okay. 13 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Yeah, this 30-minute candle close above here. I'll be honest. Probably going into some long positions if price action permits. And yeah, be careful here today on this Wednesday game. Seriously. Again, this wasn't a bad short coming down. See if we can get to the support level. With these support levels down here. And potentially this one right here to the left that started this whole rally. Okay, gang, it's pretty self-explanatory why I labeled this my no trade zone before all of this started even happening. No, I did not know that would happen, but just from experience, my 2 years of experience in the market, which is not a lot, I just learned that, when price make a resistance and a support, you got some traders that went long and you got some traders that went short. So price tend to play around. Mhm. Let's be patient, guys. Again, greatly appreciate some comments. All criticism accepted. I definitely want to become a better trader. If you want to reach out to me, my Instagram is at the Prather Trader underscore. It's right here. All right. Thanks again, guys. Okay, gang, we got about 5 minutes, 5 minutes for this 15-minute candle closure and 30-minute candle closure. And again, like I said, we got a 30-minute candle to close above here. I think it won't take a long because we will be making a support above this resistance, getting a breakout on a bullish day. And when we go to the left, I showed you guys the clean traffic to the left, not to mention it'll be breaking on 1 hour highs as well. Let's keep scrolling to the left. And again, gang, sometimes you may have to scroll. Like, come on, this is January of this year, gang. All right, we're back up here. But again, you see here on the 1 hour, we have clean traffic coming up to this resistance and a wick to fill. All right, so, and again, gang, trading is just probabilities. So, all right, you see this kind of already pulling back. All right, so no closure above, no trade. Let's just be patient, gang. Wait on price action. Okay, gang, let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. We got less than 2 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Again, gang, we got to close above here. And this candle has a top wick. I will have a buy stop. But if the candle closes with no top wick, gang, I'm gonna be honest. I cannot enter the position. And we clearly just explained why. All right. So, but yeah, let's measure out this range again. The vantage point about, you could say 20 pips, full TP about 30. All right, less than 1 minute for this 30-minute candle to close. Let's see if we can pull back and leave us a wick. 30 seconds. And this will be UJ. All right. See if price want to fill this range or at least come up to this advantage point here to the left. We got about 8 seconds. All right, price did leave us a little wick. All right, so we got us a closure. Now we need a retest, which is just a bottom wick. All right, you see this candle open with no bottom wick, gang. So we do not want to be involved in that right now. Let's be patient here. All right, we're not going to rush into a position. Okay. All right, that's the bottom wick that we wanted. All right, let's see. Move it up a little bit. Let's expand. All right, if we can get price to make a steeper bottom wick for us, we'll have a buy stop. You know what? I'll have a buy stop to break this high. What's that? 156, 319. Yeah, yeah, 156. All right. So yeah, gang, I'll have a buy stop to break of the current candle high. You see, we got a closure. All right. And we got a bottom wick here. All right, the stop loss will probably be this level here, this resistance that it just broke out of. Okay. But yeah, that's what I have here on UJ. Okay. And again, let me explain it straight to you again. We have price ranging here on a bullish day. We got a breakout, clean traffic here to the left. Okay. Got a vantage point. Full TP is up here. All right. Set an alert here, crossing up. And again, price just made the support here on the 30. So let's see if price want to continue to move up or you know, trading is just based off probabilities, gang. Let's be patient. See if we get activated here. All right. All right. It looks like we are in, gang. See if we can get price to continue to push up here. All right. Stop loss. Somewhere up in there. Vantage point. All right. That's the trade, gang. my trading view tools are tweaking, dog. Like, it won't let me. Let's see. All right, something like that. All right, guys. Let's see if we can get a push up here. Always make sure you take a picture of your trades, journal it. We got the retest, which is the bottom wick, confirmation break of the previous candle and current candle highs. All right. When we were bullish, we marked up our ranges. We saw we had clean traffic to the left on the 1 hour, and this is breaking the current 1 hour highs. All right. So let's see if we want to keep moving up, gang. All right, our job here is done. We came to the charts and did our job. Let's take a picture of this. Okay. All right. And all we can do now is journal our trade. See if we can get a price to keep moving up, guys. Thank you guys again for all the support. I am the Prather Trader. All right. Instagram right down here to the left. Okay. So if you want to reach out to me. All right. Thank you guys. Let's see what price want to do. Let's see. Let me go ahead and journal this trade. Put a picture. Boom. All right. UJ. What time did I take it? Around 9? It was around 9 a.m. It was a buy. Strategy breakout. Off to the 30. First. All right. Okay, gang. Let's see if we can get price to continue to push up here. And remember, gang, these levels are already predetermined. All right, before we enter the trade. So that's how we base our take profit and stuff of that nature, advantage points. Okay. I do want to see price hit this advantage point before I take anything off. And then leave a runner, see if we can hit that TP. All right. Thank you guys again for all the support, guys. All right. It was a decent trade, guys. And now I'll be honest, gang. I don't know about you guys, but I'm working on holding on to my trades until they get to these levels. And holding it through the drawdown and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm glad I'm doing this in real time because it's helping me out, gang. As soon as though we found a trade here on UJ, um, I can make another video for the ETS. All right. But yeah, I'm going to the 1 hour time frame again to show you guys again the clean traffic coming up right here. Okay. So let's see if we can get price to hit that advantage point, gang. See we pulling back, which is natural. It's all good. It's all good. And we still got about a little less than 6 minutes for this 15-minute counter to close. See if we can get price to hit that advantage point, gang, so we can take some off. Okay, gang, we got price pulling back. About 2 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. All right. We got close to the advantage point. Started pulling back, which is okay. All right. Price is leaving us a wick to fill. All right. And my stop loss is down here, where this level is here. So see if we can get price to keep pushing up. Yeah, overall, it's a good trade game just for following our plan. You know what I mean? Not in control of what the market does. Okay, gang, we got a bullish closure here on the 15 with a wick to fill. So maybe price fill that wick and keep pushing up for us, hit that advantage point. But if not, gang, it's all good. All right. We had to take the setup. We were bullish on the day. All right. Price started ranging. We got a breakout. Bottom wick, break of the current candle and previous candle high. Come on, gang. Playbook setup. We had to take it. All right. And I showed you guys the clean traffic to the left on a 1 hour time frame. All right. So we'll just see if we want to continue to push up, guys. Okay. Yeah, granted, we might have could have took these balls off the support, but again, this candle did not have a top wick. All right. All right. Let's see. Maybe we could just kind of make a bottom wick and continue to push up for us. But if not, gang, it's all good. Okay. It is all good. Okay, gang. I do want price to fill this wick and come hit this advantage point. Okay. Overall, this was a decent trade. Came to the chart, did a top-down analysis. We marked up our ranges, had a bias, waited patiently for price action. We did not take a trade all through this right here. We waited for price to break out. It was a bottom wick, and now we are long UJ. Um, and you see that it had came to the previous candle high, and now it's kind of pulling back. You know, that's okay, gang. All this is a part of price action. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, let's see, gang, if we can get price to continue to push up. All right. We got 9 minutes for this 15-minute candle closure. Time is now 9:21 a.m. Okay, gang, you see price gave us this wick fill. Now let's see if we can push up and hit this AP real quick. All right. All right, gang, good trade. This was a good trade, gang. Overall, good trade. All right. All right. We're almost there. We have an alert set for this, I believe. Yeah. You see when it get close, the gang, it always pull back. You see that? All right. But I've learned to take a little bit of profit when it gets close. Okay. All right. This is a good trade, gang. And you see we came here, we were patient, waited for a little bit over an hour. All right. Got about 14 pips, 10 to 15 pips a day, keep the 9 to 5 away, gang. Okay. Great trade, great trade. And this trade is nothing but them just pretty much squeezing these sellers right here. All right. And price may you see reject and come back down. But you know, they're squeezing these sellers here. All right, and we just caught these pips, these leftover pips from London, pretty much. All right, London did all of this. This is leftover pips that we collected. Okay, stop loss right here. So price come back down there, stopped out. And so again, let's see. All right, gang, but overall, good trade. That's what we had drawn out. Tight end analysis. All right, breakout here, come up to this advantage point. That's exactly what Price did. And I'm not saying we knew what Price was going to do or I knew what Price was going to do, okay? But I'm just trading the playbook. And there's plenty of videos on here where I showed you guys where I learned the strategy. Shout out to my guy Nick Stewart at Time to Eat Trading, Don Bode, Roger Banks, Dual Exchange, all of those guys. All right, gang. But yeah, this was a good trade. Great trade. Price is pulling back here. Um, we got about less than 3 minutes for this candle to close. It looked like a 9:30 reversal may be upon us. But yeah, this was our trade for today, which is good because we're scalpers. All right. I don't want to hold you guys here for too long. Just want to come here again, explain my top down analysis, why I entered the trade and the different levels. Okay. So depending on how many lots you bought this morning, again, you could have just, easily made $300 to $500 right here. You see what I mean? All right. Catching these 14 pips here. Okay, gang. But on that note, I will call it a morning and I will be back maybe this afternoon to trade some ETLs because you see here we have news. Uh, okay, we have news at 2 o'clock. All right, so I might trade afternoon session SPY IWM. All right, but you still see this 15-minute candle pushing up, 30-minute as well. All right, you see here we came up with this advantage point. Now we're pulling back down. All right, which is why we take profit. All right. Thank you guys again for all the support. We had a very overall good trading day. And if you notice, I tossed AU to the side because I didn't like the price action. Okay. I stayed with UJ because the price action was something that I did not mind trading today. And I'm learning I got to do that as well. Okay. And again, gang, let's go over this trade one more time. We were bullish on the day. Price was trending. All right. It's been trending up all through London. You can see here. All right. It's just been pushing up. And then we got some consolidation right here, which is pretty much price just moving sideways. So we waited for a breakout, which we got right here. Waited for a bottom wick. Okay, remember the bottom wick is the retest. Okay, we got a closure, a retest, and the confirmation was a break of the current candle and previous candle high. You see, so we took these buys coming up here, and overall gain. That was a good trade. Thank you guys again for all the support. I am the Prather Trader. Greatly appreciate it. Like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell. Full disclosure, I've been trading for 2 years and I created this channel for novice traders like myself. So we won't give up and keep going, gang. All right. Thank you guys again for all the support. God bless.